Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time yet again for another favorites video. I cannot believe April is done. I know I say that every single month, but it's true. I can't believe it's done. I do have some favorites. I don't have a ton, and really I mostly have makeup. I have one kind of skincare and a fragrance. So let's just hop right in. I will say that I have been doing pretty much the same exact look for the past 2 weeks in a row, unless I am filming for Instagram. And I have just loved the look so much that I am going to do a separate video for it. So some of these products I'm going to talk about are included in that look, but I didn't want to wear the whole thing because I didn't want to spoil it for y'all. So stay tuned because that video is coming up. It's a new foundation technique. It's lots of new things that I absolutely love. But as far as the makeup products that I have either discovered or rediscovered in my collection and have been loving this month, first is a new combo for the under eyes. And I hauled one of these in the Sephora VIB sale haul video that I did. And the other one I hauled separately in a Clinique haul because they had like a 30% off site-wide. I did a full face of Clinique and somebody mentioned in the comments that I need to get this. So whoever it was, thank you very much. This is the Clinique Airbrush Concealer, and I have been using this as a corrector. So this is one of the ones that comes in like a brush. Definitely not my favorite way to apply concealers, but it works so well that I don't even care. This is in Light Honey, and so the color is what works for me and makes it a corrector. The formula makes it so nice to lay underneath an additional concealer. Now, I would definitely just wear this if I wanted a very lightweight concealer for the day, and it really does help get rid of some of that darkness. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it, but that's it right there, of Light Honey. And the slight peachiness in it just really helps correct the darkness. But then again, the consistency is great because it's very lightweight. It wears really well under the eyes all day long. So if you're someone who doesn't like a lot of coverage with their concealer anyways, this would be great just to look at all by itself. Or if you're someone who likes a real lightweight corrector that's going to wear well under an additional concealer, this is also great. And then the concealer that I've absolutely been loving is the Lawless Conceal the Deal Full Coverage Concealer. I know they had launched one before. I can't remember if I tried it or not. I honestly don't remember. But apparently it was a big flop. They totally took it off the shelves and reformulated it. And this to me is not a big flop. Now, I'm not saying it takes my Clinique Even Better concealer spot from my #1 spot. I'm not saying that because I don't know that it does. I still need to kind of make up my mind, but it is a close second and I've really been enjoying it. And I have the shade Beige, and I've mentioned in a couple of videos, not beige, Ballet, that the only thing I don't like about it, that's the shade Ballet, is the applicator. It is, I don't know what it's trying to be. I don't know if it's a paddle. I don't know if it's a doe foot. All I know is that way too much product comes out of that applicator. You don't need a lot though. I put one dot under each eye and one dot on the bridge of my nose because I have a little discoloration there that I like to conceal. And honestly, that's all I need. I have been using a brush lately to blend out my concealer, and I find doing that, blending out that one dot, is plenty coverage. And these two together, set with my favorite Rare Beauty loose powder, is the combination of choice this past month for my under eye. I've really been enjoying it. Let's talk about a couple of powder products for the face. I don't know if I've talked about this in favorites. I don't think I have because I was kind of waiting until I did my full face of Air Perez makeup, which I did put up this past month. If you've missed it, I will put a card up for it. I was very impressed with basically everything I tried but the eyeshadows. And this powder, this is the Corn Translucent Powder in the shade One for All. So it's like a, well, like I said, it's translucent. Has been such a staple in my routine this month. It is so nice. I have it on today over top and underneath. You can't combine those together and make sense, Mandy. Over top of the Oxygenetics foundation. And it just works with every foundation. It does mattify it a little bit, but it doesn't make it flat matte. It keeps it the exact finish that I love all day long, and it just works. I love it so much, and it is definitely one of my favorite products from the entire line. This and the oat milk foundation put together, superb, last all day. But again, this one just works with everything. And then the second powder product is definitely not new, but it is a new compact. I pretty much went through my first one, and this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in Give Me Sun. This is around the time of the year where I start to pull this bronzer out and use it because it is a warmer tone. It really lends to that nice tan finish to the skin and coloring to the skin, and I absolutely love it. Now, I have been very minimal with my eyeshadow lately. I mean, I'm talking minimal, where I kind of like today, just put one shade in the crease and under the eye, and I call it a day. This is the shade I have on right now. It is a shade I have been wearing a lot in my, look that I have been loving that I'm going to do for y'all. I do add a couple more shades, but this is the crease color that I use. I've been using it on my face. I pop it in my crease. I stick some mascara on. I'm good to go. It is such a put together look for me. And it's one that no matter when I do it, I always feel like, wow, I really like my makeup today, regardless of the fact that it is one simple bronzer in the crease. But it's this formula. It is the shade. It's everything that just makes it look good. So I've definitely been reaching for this all month long, and I highly recommend it if you haven't given it a try. Now, to kind of piggyback off of the one shade in the crease, I do have two other shades that I have been using a lot from my Self-Made Fit Glow Beauty palette. These are all of the eye and cheek shades, and I want to say it's all +1. I got so excited about one color that I forgot I actually had a second of it, and I bought it twice. And it's one of the colors that I've been using this month. So I'm gonna show you the two colors that I typically always go for when I'm looking for just a one and done. And then I'll show you one of the newer colors that I have been using and liking too. These are the two shades that I use most often. And this is Buff. This is actually the one that I have two of. And it's just a very nice neutral rose, very easy to work with shade. Now these are eye and cheek colors. This actually says multi-use cheek color. It's multi-use. Use it on the eyes, use it on the cheeks. And typically when I do pick one of these to use on the eyes, it does end up being my blush color. Again, it's just one less thing that I have to worry about pulling out. I've just been very minimal this month, and these shades have made it so easy. Now, if I want something a little more peachy, which let's face it, happens more often than not, I will pull out Sunkissed. Very pretty, neutral leaning peachy shade. So you can see the difference in those. So you've got the peachy Sunkissed and then the more rose toned in Buff. And then one of the newer colors that recently launched is another one that is just right up my alley, and it's called Nicely. And it's this really pretty, again, peach. If you don't know, it's my favorite color in general. If someone asks me what my favorite color is, it's peach, but especially in clothes and makeup, just my favorite color. And this is definitely a peachy orange shade. So those three colors right there really span pretty much any color anybody would want. If you really want neutral, I would go with Sunkissed. If you like the more rosy tones, go with Buff. If you like the brighter shades, especially in the upcoming summer season, definitely check out Nicely. But honestly, you can't go wrong with any of them. I also love Golden Hour. If I decide to put an inner corner and brow bone highlight on, then I will pull Golden Hour out. I've talked about these a lot, and the reason I've talked about them a lot is because I use them a lot. I don't talk about something just for the sake of talking about it. I have so much makeup, some of which have never been mentioned on my channel. But when I mention something over and over and over again, it's because I truly use and love the product. And this palette is something that I truly use and love. Now they have a 4-pan like empty palette, and I get all of my Fit Glow from Freeze Co Beauty. I do have a discount code with them. I'll put it down in the box. But I also have that 4-pan empty palette, which I like to use when I go travel. So I will pick out probably the 4 shades that I just showed you, and I have my blush and my eyeshadow for the week. I don't need anything else. So it just such good shades and products and formulas and just good. All right, 2 more makeup products. I have been, honestly, I think, I'm not gonna say fully converted, but 75% converted to cream highlights only, cream or liquid highlights only. I just feel like the older I get, the better they look on my skin. I know a lot of people, and in fact, I've seen a couple videos just this past month of people in my age range, which I'm 41, 40 to mid 40s, saying that once you hit a certain age, you shouldn't wear highlight at all. No, I personally do not stand by that at all. I do think as we age, some highlights look better on us than other highlights. And I also think you wear what you want when you want it. Who cares what anybody else thinks? But for me personally, I have just been really gravitating towards cream highlights. If y'all want an entire video on all of my cream highlights, please let me know. I would love to film it. I don't know how many people are interested in that, but let me know for sure. But one that I have been using in my look is this mini one from Lila B. Now, I know I have talked about Be Captivating from Lila B for years because it is gorgeous. I have it in a full size, but Lila B sent me over like a little set, and this was in it. Now, this is the darker shade, Be Dazzling, but it still works for me, and I have just been reaching for it every day. Of course, I don't have it on today, because again, I wanted to save these products for that video that I'm going to do. I do have another favorite cream highlight on, but that's it right there. It's just stunning. I love how the cream highlights don't have glitter in them. They just give this really nice kind of glassy wet sheen to the skin, which I love. And I don't foresee myself giving up no matter how old I am. Maybe that'll change. I don't know. I don't care if you are 85 years old with deep set wrinkles. If you want to wear that highlight, you wear that highlight. That's all I'm saying. I just don't think people need to come on YouTube and say there's hard and fast rules about makeup, because to me, there aren't. Okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox and talk about my last makeup favorite. And this is one that I just recently started using last week when I filmed my all drugstore video for y'all. It has been in my mascara drawer, which honestly is so full. I never need to buy another mascara. I don't want to say never, but for years to come, it is so full. It's been in there for quite a long time. Haven't opened it, haven't used it. Decided to pull it out for that video. And it's the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara, which is definitely not new to me. It is an old, tried and true favorite of mine, but this is in burgundy. Where's this been all my life? I have used it every day since that video. I absolutely love it. I love the way it makes my lashes so soft and fluttery and just healthy looking. I love the shade. I've talked before about really liking brown mascaras. This is very similar to that on the eyes, but it does have that burgundy shade to it. Now, when I went to go link this, I realized they have quite a few other shades too. I think there's a blue and maybe even a green, but this burgundy shade, I don't know what it is. It just works. It just works. And with this like kind of minimalist theme that I've been having this month of very little eyeshadow, I want a mascara that's not going to be like, boom, in your face. I don't necessarily want my lashes to be the star of the show. I feel like when I am more minimalist on my eyeshadow, I kind of want to be more minimalist on my lashes as well. And I'm not saying this doesn't make my lashes look good, because it does. But I am saying that it does give that softer look. It does add some length, it does add some volume, but there's absolutely no spider lashes involved when using this mascara. It doesn't clump whatsoever. It just really fans out your lashes and gives them a soft, fluffy look, which again is just kind of the aesthetic of April for me. So I have really, really, really been loving that. That is all of my makeup favorites. I'm gonna talk real quick about kind of skincare and a fragrance, and then we will be all done. The kind of skincare combination that I have been using, and I don't know if it goes along with like the minimalist thing. Have y'all done a game? Have y'all done something every time I say minimalist? Because again, it's just the theme of the month for me. I don't know if it's that, because it's not that I'm minimizing my products. This is 2 products combined together. But I don't know, I just don't want to be as in your face about some things right now. And tanning is one of them. I have always self-tanned for years and years and years. I have tried many different self-tanners. In fact, one of them is coming, it's getting here tomorrow. It's a self-tan water for the body, which I'm very excited about. But the tanner that I have been using this month is a very natural looking shade. It is very easy to apply. I don't use a mitt. I wash my hands after. I do it like every 3 to 4 days because I don't even really feel it. Let me just tell you what it is. Holy cow, I'm Chatty Cathy today, which I have been called most of my life because Kathy is my maiden name. Okay. This is the body lotion that I have been using a lot this month. This is the Sente Dermal Repair Body Cream. So you can see, I mean, it's well loved and used, at least halfway gone, if not more. But then I pulled this out that I've had for a while, but haven't used as much. This is the Vita Liberata Advanced Tinted Tanning Elixir. I surely hope that you can find this. Currently on Look Fantastic as I film this video. It is out of stock on Vita Liberata's website. I hope that doesn't mean they're discontinuing it, but it is what I have been using. And this is in the shade medium. It says it's for face and body. I do not tan my face. I only do my body. This also says to use a tanning mitt, but I don't. I put my normal amount of body lotion on. I put 1 to 2 pumps of this, mix it together in my hands, apply it like I would a lotion. No streaking whatsoever. No patching, no issues at all. Wash my hands and I'm good to go. It sinks in just as fast as lotion does. I'm not tacky. It doesn't smell to me. I can put my clothes right on. I don't have an issue with transfer. And again, it's not the darkest tan that I've ever had, but if you're someone who really likes a gradual tan and very natural looking, that's not going to be patchy as it fades off, you may have to apply it more, but when I'm applying it with a lotion, it's like a step I'm doing anyway. So I don't feel like I'm going out of my way every 3 or 4 days to apply more of this. And it's just very healthy looking, naturally tan skin without being over the top. I like being over the top a lot actually with my tan, but just for some reason this past month, I've really been enjoying being a little more understated, and these two products together have just been so easy to use. All right, let's talk about a very polarizing favorite scent for me this month. Now, I am going to be doing a summer fragrance video coming up soon. I did a poll on my Instagram. If you're not following me, be sure to do that because I do like to get input over there a lot on my stories. And I did a poll on what y'all wanted to see more. Tutorials went out. Fragrance was definitely at the end. But then I had at least 4 or 5 different separate people message me on Instagram saying, I see that fragrance is at the end. Please don't stop doing those videos. I'm not going to go to an all fragrance channel, but I'm certainly not stopping those videos. I love fragrance too much to not share with those who care about it. And I'm doing a summer one soon. But this one, this is from Maison Crivelli. I bought some samples from Twisted Lily. I do have a coupon code with them. I personally shop with them very often. And I purchased a whole bunch of samples. And when I sprayed this on, this is Patchouli Magnetic. When I sprayed this on, I instantly fell in love. And that was on paper. And I was like, oh, please be just as good on my skin. And on my skin, it is. Now, this is, if you go to Fragrantica, it doesn't have the best reviews. It is something that I feel like you either love or you really despise. So I do recommend buying a sample of this first, unless you are just a very adventurous blind buyer. But it's just not something I recommend. Here are the notes for this, okay? I'll put them up on the screen too. Patchouli, benzoin, white peach, vanilla, sandalwood, gardenia, and leather. Now I'm gonna tell you, I get 2 of those notes, and they're my 2 favorites of the ones listed. I get patchouli. I get a lot of patchouli. Don't even think about sampling this if you don't like patchouli. It's in the name. Okay, it's a patchouli fragrance. And then I get the peach. And it is a patchouli peach bomb, y'all. This is not for the faint of heart, which I love. There is something about this that I absolutely just immediately fell in love with. I really think it's the mixture of those 2 notes. I love peach in a fragrance. Peach is way up there as my favorite. It's not my favorite note, but it's way up there as one of my very favorites. So if you have peach in your note breakdown, I'm going to try you if I know about you. And that's what really made me want to try this perfume, is because I saw that. It is strong. It is long lasting. It is not for the faint of heart, and it is not something that sits close to your skin. Everybody around you can smell it, just like you can. It is definitely something for someone who is either A, confident about wearing their fragrances, or B, just doesn't care. And I'm kind of one of those people that wears something that I want to wear. Now, I will say, if I'm going into an environment where there is a high likelihood of someone being sensitive to scents, I will pick something that sits closer to the skin or something that is more mass appealing. For instance, I'm not going to wear this on a job. I don't care if I sat at home in my PJs, I'm wearing this fragrance for me because it is so beautiful, but you got to try it. Okay, because there's people that love it and there's people that really hate it. So please get a sample of this if you are a lover of patchouli and peach, and let me know what you think. Because obviously I liked it enough to promptly go and buy the full size. So that is my favorite scent of the month. I had a couple of other favorites, but they're definitely gonna go in my summer fragrance video. So stay tuned for that if you are a lover of fragrances. So that is it. That is my roundup of favorites for the month of April. As always, I want to know what your favorite was this month or favorites. Please share with all of us down in the comment section below. I take y'all's recommendations probably more than you understand. A lot of people have influenced the products that I'm looking at right now on my vanity. So I so appreciate your input. I feel like for those of y'all who have been with me for a very long time, you know what I like. And you always give me great recommendations. So definitely let's chat in the comment section below. Be sure and like and subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any future videos. I hope you're all staying happy, healthy, and safe, and that most of all, you go out and have a very blessed day.